Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. I'm your host, Brian Taylor Bridges. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News, y'all. Come on in for a brief moment. I want to go in on this little Atlanta rapper, you all. They got an Atlanta rapper by the name of Shorty Dre. He was arrested today, you all, for allegedly being on the balcony, continuously being on this balcony, buck naked, you all. Not only is the young man buck naked, but he's also peeing off the balcony, you all. I said it, the man is peeing off the balcony with pedestrians below, you all. Like I said, this is the most asinine thing I could ever imagine, you all. And every day that I listen to, now I don't even listen to these dudes, God forgive me, you all. Every day it reminds me of the reason why I don't listen to these new rappers. Again, I said it, every day I'm reminded why I do not listen to these new wave rappers, you all. Like I said, this is all so silly and dumb and really sick, you all. Who raised you? You know, these are one of the questions that should be asked, you all. Like I said, this is a sick thing, especially when you have pedestrians walking up under you below. You don't know who you actually peeing on, you all. Like I said, you can take some of these dudes out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of these dudes, you all. Like I said, man, this is crazy and a bad representation, you all. But before I get off into this, I want to go straight off into the article, and I do also have a news clip for you all. But before I get off into that, copyright disclaimer under Title 17 USC Sections 107, allowances made for fair use of purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit, educational, and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. You all. Again, I'm going in on this dude, man. Like I said, I don't really know much about these new rappers, you all. It is one of the reasons why I mainly really don't get off into their conversations or the things that they doing, you all, because these little dudes, though they may have a lot of money and coming up the way they have, you all, they are not respected by a lot of people, you all, and especially people like myself. I can't even get off into this new type of music, you all. I done tried to a few times, man. I just don't really understand these dudes. And then this dude, I don't know if he a gangster rapper or just, acapella, or what kind of rapping he really do, you all. But I tried to look the man up on YouTube, and he looked kind of sick. He don't look the same as he did. You all. I know I don't look the same as I did before you get older. Things of that nature. But when you get a little money, a little cash, you start having a little money in your pocket, then you want to kind of spruce up yourself. Kind of start taking care of yourself a little better, do better. When you know better, you do better, you all. And this is for all of us. Like I said, in this particular manner, this dude had particularly came up. Now, I am aware that he do have close to 1 million followers on Instagram, you all. I did not take the time out to look at the Instagram because, like I said, I'm really not moved by these dudes. Their character is not the same from the character of the dudes from my generation, you all. They was nothing like the things that's going on in hip hop and rap today, from today's standpoint, you all. And another thing, these people actually don't want us in a type of buildings, don't want us in a high rises, don't want us in the same neighborhoods with them. I mean, why would you go to a particular neighborhood of a high rise in an apartment and pee and defecate off from way up there, for this stuff can fall on other people, Like I said, pee and defecation, feces, all that, it belong in the toilet bowl, you all. And like I said, this is a very sick thing to do. and a bad representation on the black community. I said it. Not only is the music they be out there pushing trash, I said it, it's absolutely trash. Then they are out there with some of the people with some of the type of characters as a young man of this stature, which makes it bad for other people. I myself not walking around with dreadlocks where I can particularly be stereotyped. But these kind of cats make it bad for other people, other normal people. That's what's so crazy to me, because we all or judged based on these type of people, like I said, these new rappers, man, they come and go, they in and out, and the new one is on deck, but like I said, this particular dude went from he didn't do it saying this and that to sounding like he was straight off P Valley. I said it to sounding like he was straight off P Valley. That's why I don't understand these dudes, man. I try to, like I said, I'm particularly getting older and more set in my ways. I still listen to a lot of old school stuff, like I said, and it's not just no, gospel hip hop or no gospel or nothing like that. I came from the same places that you all come from, particularly probably a rougher place than where he came from, actually. But, that's here to say, here or there, like I said, it's just a dumb, silly action for anybody to do such a thing like that. And then, like I say, you don't know who you use in the bathroom most, man. It's just real niggerish, excuse my French, because I believe this is the very first time I ever used this word on one of these live, but this is the type of action this here was, Like I said, I don't understand. Soon as these dudes get a little piece of change, what possess you to wake up every morning and feel like you're going to go out there and pee on somebody. Like I said, just pee out the bathroom. Man, them white folks don't want to see you like that, man. That's, like I said, it's crazy. It's crazy, Let me try to calm myself down a little bit so I can particularly read, Like I said, I'm glad he in Atlanta and ain't down here nowhere in Houston, making us look bad, But like I said, this kind of thing that's going on down there. They said man arrested in Midtown Atlanta, and shout out to Atlanta, because everybody in Atlanta ain't like this dude right here, And I don't even know if he actually born and raised in Atlanta, because a lot of people move to Atlanta chasing their careers or chasing their dreams, So these is one of the particular things. But like I said, he had put himself in a position to where his little change started coming in. Now he finna get evicted, because the people ain't gonna want nobody in there like that, I mean, and that's what the thing is, because all that little change he was spending, and this a tip for you, little shorty dread. And who called that stuff short? I thought all the females was called shorty before I give you these few little tips. That's another thing. They gotta be Lil and Lil this and Lil that and baby this and baby that. Like I said, I thought a shorty was your little side piece or something. It's always been a little side piece, a little shorty, my little shorty, or one of my children. One of my actually biological children, that's the only thing we call shorty down this way. Like I said, but, maybe they call them something else in other places, They said man arrested in Midtown Atlanta for continuously being naked and peeing from the balcony, They said a man in Midtown Atlanta was arrested after people say he was continuously naked in public and peeing from the balcony. People started carrying their umbrellas in the area. It got so bad, And like I said, before I continue to read, this ain't nothing that just happened. This ain't a one-time thing. He went out there in the middle of the night and was, how you might be running, you can't make it in the house, but you go ahead on and try to turn yourself in a presentable manner to at least relieve yourself, But this is straight up trifling. I said it. This is past trifling, Like I said, he can't even go an extra few feet to actually go to the bathroom that was designed for these type of things, you all. I said the bathroom, the restroom, the toilet bowl was designed for this type of action, you all. But instead, he is peeing off the balcony on people walking by. You know, like I said, that shit I wouldn't buy now. Demo, I wouldn't buy a demo from this dude. I wouldn't buy a single. I wouldn't buy a 16. I wouldn't buy an 8. I wouldn't buy a deuce from this dude. Not people that's acting like that, you all. You know, like I said, man, it's just a new type of generation, man. It said police arrest a man. I read that part. It said people say they started carrying umbrellas. It says police arrested Mercedes New. Is his real name, Mercedes New. Yeah, I thought all the Mercedes was girls too, but like his mama named Ned, and I didn't mean no disrespect to your mama, homeboy, but man, I don't understand you at all. It said also known as Shorty Dread by nearly 1 million followers on Instagram. It said for public condition exposure and other steaming from urinating from the high-rise apartment onto the streets below. It said WSB caught up with him as he was being placed in a police car, you all, and he shouted out, I'm famous, I'm on TV, bro, all that stuff. He say, New said, I didn't even do this. Man, no, I'm innocent. I promise I didn't do this. Now, this is another thing, you all, because he was promising, hey, man, I ain't do this, woo-woo. I'm a superstar, man. I got me some followers and this and that. But, you know, one of the officers said, well, what about the dude in the video? Who that was? He looked crazy in the mood, you all. Like, how you know people don't got phones? They ain't watching you. They ain't surveillance in this place. They just gonna let you wake up in the morning like you a bird or some shit. You know, you just gonna pee on people. You know, man, that's crazy, man. And had you'd have peed on me, I'd have came and found your apartment, boy. I said it. I would have came, found your apartment, knocked on your door, and came up in there behind some pee. You know, you and this pee. Yeah, I said it. It said police were called to the Icon, Atlanta, on the 14th Street of West Peachtree on Street, you all. It said where the rapper lives. After multiple complaints of similar incidents, some neighbors said they could consider using the umbrella to walk below. It said so they wouldn't get rained on with bodily fluids from above. It said some have even shared videos of him doing this to the police, you all. And like I said, this numerous of people had videos. It just wasn't no one or two people, you all. Then people said this went on for weeks, man. You know how trifling is that? You out there doing this for weeks, you all. Like I said, it's disgusting. It said, oh my God, it kind of exceeding to the bounds of the indecency, you all. It said nearby workers, Anthony Henry told the WSBTV, you would have think someone wouldn't even do that in an area where you have people walking by. It said we don't have actual footage, but this TikTok complications of others that couldn't find the actual toilet should be the trick, you all. They did put a video on there. I'm able to show that because they have some kind of a lock on it, you all, for these kids, I guess. But like I said, I do have a video, and I can go straight into that and share that. Because like I said, man, this is one trifling dude, man. You trifling, boy. I'm finna tell you in a minute. But I do got some solid tips and pointers for you because you got you a bag. I mean, the most common tip you can get.
Midtown Atlanta high-rise balcony. People say this has been going on for weeks at the Icon Atlanta high-rise right there at 14th and West Peachtree. So we plotted it on this map so you can see where it is in relation, let's say, to Piedmont Park.
It's close by Piedmont Park in Atlanta.
I'm this one up to you because some people say he's been doing something else up there.
That's right. Mercedes New, the Atlanta rapper known as Shorty, Red is accused of being nude and
relieving himself from a balcony way up there. People here said he did it so often they thought about using an umbrella to cover themselves when they walked in this area. I was right here when news was arrested.
What makes anybody think that's cool?
I'm famous. I'm on TV, bro. I didn't do this, man. No, we were the only crew in Midtown when Atlanta police arrested Mercedes New. I'm innocent. I promise I didn't do this. What he's accused of doing had people who work near 14th and West Peachtree Street using words like gross, unconscionable, and insane. That's disgusting. What is wrong with these people today? Holy you got to.
And millions of people seeing him, like I said, it just wouldn't.
A man routinely walked out of a high-rise unit at the Icon Midtown Apartments with not a stitch of clothes on. They say he then relieves himself through the balcony bars with his bodily fluids falling down below. Someone sent us video of the man in the act, but asked us not to show it. But I showed it to people walking in the area. Oh my God, this kind of exceeds the bounds of decency. You think that someone would even do that in an area where you have people walking by? I was there as police arrived and began investigating after a manager of a nearby high-rise called and complained. I watched as an officer went inside the Icon Apartments and moments later came out with a handcuffed nude who matched the description of the nude man in the video. If he relieved himself from the balcony. No, I wasn't. I promise I wasn't. Who was that in the video? I didn't see no. I promise I wasn't in the.
Now the man asked him, who that in the video? Oh, I promise I wasn't. I promise. Man, you a liar, man. I mean, like I say, that's some disgusting stuff, man, to do. I mean, to actually urinate on somebody, you all. Like I said, that's crazy, man. For you to step out your balcony, you think this cool. You got a good bath. He might have had 2 bathrooms in the little apartment, y'all. That's how trifling it is, Like I said, it's insane for a man to sit there and urinate on pedestrians walking by. Like that's cool, man. Like people ain't gonna see that. Man, multiple people got pictures of that. And this my tip for you, little dread, little yellow dread. Hey, man, won't you take all that money you spent on this apartment that you feel to get evicted out of? Because them people is wrote a police report that you done locked you up. You can't be doing these type of things in these apartments or leasing places where you leasing these things, because they gonna evict you. I said it. So all that little change you done spent, you done broke your contract. Now you done broke your little lease. But all that you invested into that apartment to look good and cool, you should have invested into your home, where you can go outside and have you some land in a piece of yard. You can go on pee in the grass if you want to pee in the grass, but you can't just step out there and just pee on people land, and you think that's cool or Christ-like or just human, just some morals and principles, things that people was raised with, the mother with, like I said, man, I heard say a long time ago, man, who raised you, man? Like I said, man, it's crazy, man. Monkeys. I mean, that's the only thing do things of that nature. People hanging off of trees. You wasn't born to be hanging off no tree, or no building like you King Kong or something. Them people like you gonna be cool with that, and them people just gonna let you just get on like that. And like them people said they made records of that, them people been calling on you. This another thing, man. I don't think y'all gonna move to these people neighborhoods and just do what you want to. That's a reason why they made it the suburbs, so they can get away from y'all, before they can get away from the inner city, before they can get away from people behaving in a manner such as that. You think you fit to move in where they move in and carry on them type of behaviors, man. The people fit to put you out. They don't call the police. They gonna plant something on you. They gonna do something to get you out of there. But in this case, you done got yourself out of there. And then like I say, you made it bad for somebody else that's gonna come in there looking like they got a little dreads and a little piece of chain. They might want to come there for a couple months or do something. You done made it bad, made these people. Everything true they say, like I said, man, I ain't want to tarry too long on that. I just thought this was one of the most disgusting things, especially talking about you a rapper or something. I'm famous. I got my Instagram on. Man, ain't nobody want to hear that, man. When you break the law, you break the law. They don't care if you on Instagram or YouTube and a TikTok. You can have all that jumping at the same time. You're going to jail, brother. Like I said, this is very insane and a trifling thing to do, you all. I ain't gonna hold too long on that. Go out for a crap game. Peace. We out. Thank you.